morning. We are working on conflicts, conflicts of church and in our lives. So this way we want to just work on the for resolving conflicts. So we took a look at the types of conflicts last week, and there were serious conflicts between people, countries, races, religions, and civilian groups, and then how we can work on those conflicts. So conflicts are endless. So our efforts for resolving conflicts have to be endless, and making problems and making mess is way easier to recovering or conciliation. Always, right? So you can break a jar easily, but make those pieces together, put those pieces all together and glue it. It's gonna be way harder, and it's gonna be the same before the breakage. No, not at all. No one can do it because you cannot make a clays with broken jars and make the jar again. So it is always harder. So but we have to work on it no matter what, because we can avoid it if we can. But if we cannot avoid it, we have to resolve it. For the war between Ukraine and Russia, they could avoid that, but they just allowed that war. And now, can they resolve the conflict? Are they willing to do it? I have no idea. The underlying factors of a conflict is sometimes complex and multifaceted. Underlying factors. It is pretty.
I found this on the web for
No. Sorry, my Siri is answering to me. I didn't talk to Siri, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of scary, right? I didn't talk to her, but she's answering to me. Well, there are lots of things under the conflict. So people are trying to fight for some good reasons. But if they don't have good reasons, they hide their nasty ideas and goals and other reasons. They can be ashamed, but they want to just fight for something good. I want to fight for this country or for my money. Okay? They are having war in Ukraine. That's for peace. That's for liberation. Or this is my land, or this and that. But all people have different ideas, and most of them are nasty. And other countries, we cannot just help those countries, Ukraine or Russia, because we are NATO, and Ukraine is not a member of NATO. We cannot help. When we just help, we will not get enough gas from Russia, so we cannot help. There are so many good reasons, like but they are doing that. I mean, there are so many nasty reasons under the conflict. As observed by Daniel, in every relationship, the differences that make us unique individuals are also sources of potential conflict between us. We differ in our values, self-interest, priorities, and in many other ways. The greater the differences, the heavier the burden on our ability to manage those differences. The less effectively we manage differences, the more conflict we experience as a result. There is ample evidence that the world is conflict-ridden on every continent. The Uppsala Conflict Data Program shows that on every continent there are 2 or more countries where conflicts exist. Okay. So all continents, there are 5 continents. 6 continents, and there are conflicts always. Japan invaded Korea and China long times ago, so there are conflicts between Japan and Korea and Japan and China still, and there were conflicts between Russia and Japan, so the conflicts is still there. Nowadays, recently, Japan just there are Kuril, the chain of islands, and recently Japan just said they're gonna have that, and Russia just announced that they're gonna build something in those Kuril islands, which means those are theirs. So Japan and Korea is still fighting on an island, Dokdo Island, and all data shows that island is belong to Korea from a long time ago, and Japan is trying to take it. So they keep on saying that is theirs. And people, all other countries are saying, why you keep on saying that is yours? Because there is a mine. Well, this computer is mine, but when somebody came in and insisting that this is his computer, that's ridiculous. So I'm gonna say this is not yours, this is mine. And what if the person is keep on saying that this computer is his, and eventually the police officers will come and try to find whose computer is this. It takes time. It produces lots of news, lots of journals, lots of researches. That's what Japan is doing right now. So Japan is making troubles with others, and so maybe they can get something they want, and they can't get Kuril Islands or Dok Islands, but they can get something in the meantime, a long time. So they are making troubles. So they keep on denying that they just allured some Korean women and Chinese women for using as sexual slaves during the wartime. So Japan is not supposed to talk about the human rights or something. They mess with it, but they don't say sorry, and they don't apologize it as Germany did, because they don't know what the shame is. So, but they are making those delicate things troubles, so they want to take some advantages from that. That's their strategy. Which is no good. The Uppsala data program supports the view that conflicts are inevitable and inherent in all interdependent relationships. It is our independence on each other that contributes to the conflict situations that we encounter from time to time. Conflicts are propelled by our desire for positive and negative outcomes. Our desire for resources, equality, contentment, progression can be termed as positive, while our exclusive claims to power, control, and superior alliances can be termed as negative. Our request to arrive at either one of the outcomes can result in conflict. This supports the view by Daniel Dana that in every relationship, the differences that make us unique individuals are also sources of potential conflict between us. For human existence to continue to foster, it is necessary to resolve conflicts. In general, people are saying that we are attracted to others because we are different with them. In other words, we usually fall in love with other people because they are not different. They are not same to us. We all like new things. New means different. New means different. We all like and interested in different things. So how many shoes do you have? How many shoes do you have? I have more than 10 pairs. So what are shoes for? For walking, for your feet, right? But why do you need 10 pairs of shoes or more? Because I need shoes for my suit, so I need dress shoes. Well, I need, I don't want to wear black dress shoes on my, gray or white or whatever. So maybe I need brown. So I have black and brown dress shoes. Well, dress shoes are dress shoes. You can have only one, black. But it's not matched with the other colors, well, so I need a brown. I need shoes for playing golf. I need shoes for playing badminton. I need shoes for running. I need shoes for just sandals for the beach. So I have roughly 10 pairs of shoes, maybe more. I don't know. Actually, I haven't counted that. But most recently, I just trashed a pair of dress shoes because that is broken in many ways. So there is no hope for that. So I just got rid of it, and then. Well, still, we are interested in we like something different. Somebody told me the most beautiful woman is the woman I meet today. The most handsome man is the man I meet today because they are new. I mean, that means that we all are different. We all are different. And we all are different, so we are interested in others, but at the same time, because we are different, we don't like each other. I want to have food first and then meal, and she wants to have a meal first and food later. And how we can have the same meal time? How can we eat together? See? So we are different. Our lifestyle is different. I work at night, she work at daytime. I wash and eat, and she eat and wash. We all are different. All people are different. But we can find some common things. This is good. This is important. But so our differences can introduce interest and love and likeness. But at the same time, we hate, we dislike because of the differences. In recent years, the conflict in Syria and escalating violence in countries like Iraq, Afghanistan, Nigeria, and Ukraine have resulted in the highest yearly death toll in the post-Cold War period. Killing. How come people are killing each other? In 2014, Syria was by far the most violent conflict, followed by Iraq, Afghanistan, Nigeria, Pakistan, Ukraine, South Sudan, Israel, Palestine, Yemen, Ukraine, Novorossiya, and Somalia. The security situation in northern part of Nigeria deteriorated in 2014 as a result of killings. Rhyming and abductions by Zamatu Alice Sunna Lida Witi Waziad, known as Boko Haram. Yes, that's the official name is pretty hard to pronounce, but it's also called the Boko Haram against civilians. In April 2014, it abducted almost 300 schoolgirls from Chibok. Majority of the girls are still in captivity. Sad. Unacceptable. It happened in 2014, 8 years ago, but they still are in captivity. The data by Peterson and Wallenstein for Armed Conflicts, 1946 to 2014, shows that since 1946, there have been 567 deaths in 2,059 conflicts active in 159 locations. So almost 60, 70 years, almost for 70 years, the war is still going on. Let me talk about the Chibok schoolgirl kidnapping. That's what's called the Boko Haram. On the night of 14th to 15th April 2014, 276, mostly Christian female, it happened to Christian female. Students aged from 16 to 18 were kidnapped by the Islamic terrorist group Boko Haram from the government girls' secondary school at the town of Chibok in Borno State, Nigeria. So that Islamic terrorist kidnapped Christian girls on purpose for oppressing, was a terror, right? Prior to the raid, the school had been closed for 4 weeks due to deteriorating security conditions. But the girls were in attendance in order to take final exams in physics. They knew that the security system was not good enough, but they were there for finding reason. 57 of the schoolgirls escaped immediately following the incident by jumping from the trucks on which they were being transported. They just jumped out of the truck. 57 schoolgirls. Can you imagine? Can you jump off from the running truck? If that is not running, do you think the teenagers, girls can jump off from the truck? When there were security guards, kidnappers with guns, with and others have been rescued by the Nigerian armed forces on various occasions. Hopes have been raised that the 219 remaining girls might be released. However, some girls are believed to be dead. Amina Ali, one of the missing girls, was found in May 2016, 2 years later, right? Claimed that the remaining girls were still there, but that 6 had died. So she saw 6 girls die. As of 14 April 2021, which means 7 years later, recently, this is May and last month is April. That was the last year. 7 years after the initial kidnapping, over 100 of the girls remaining missing. I don't know how many people are trying to find those girls. How many countries are helping for finding those girls? Some have described their capture in appearances at international human rights conferences. Boko Haram has used the girls as negotiating pawns in prisoner exchanges, offering to release some girls in exchange for some of their captured commanders in jail. The girls kidnapped in Chibok in 2014 are only a small percentage of the total number of people abducted by the Islamic terrorist group Boko Haram. So that was not the only kidnapping, and those girls were not only people who got kidnapped by Boko Haram. Amnesty International estimated, you know what the Amnesty is? Amnesty is, a non-profit organization for helping people. International estimated in 2015 that at least 2,000 women and girls had been abducted by the Islamic terrorist group since 2014. So more women and girls abducted by the terrorists, many of whom had been forced into sexual slavery. That's really sad. I can't imagine even 10 U.S. teenagers kidnapped by Islamic terrorists. I think U.S. Army and U.S. militaries, were sent to save those girls, no matter what. But that has happened in Nigeria and I believe Nigeria government has been try to find and rescue those girls. Not only Boko Haram did from Chibok, but those other 2,000 women and girls got abducted. Abduction is happening. So whenever kind of kidnapping is happened, the old cell phones were ringing. It's kind of Amber Alert, because Amber got a girl. His name is Amber, got kidnapped and killed, and so we decided to have Amber Alert when there is any kidnapping. Not only girls, not only women, but anybody got kidnapped, and we reported, and all Amber Alerts will be sent to all cell phones in the United States, so we can find those kidnappers or kidnapped people. Kidnapping is happening in many places, and that is not acceptable, but that isn't happening. That is happening. Why? Because of the money, because of the hateness, because they want to take advantage of it. So they just do it. People are that cruel. So the conflict between Islamic and Christian, and because the conflict between two races, okay, because of the political issues for having their political or military leaders back for exchanging, they're killing them. That is unacceptable, but that is what happening. Not only in the United States, but not only in the Nigeria, but in all places. In all places. And women are vulnerable and girls are vulnerable as soon as they got kidnapped, because lots of guys can take advantage of those girls and women. That's a tragedy. But that is what happens. So conflicts produces more problems, lots of problems, fatal results, losing their lives because of the conflicts. Because of the conflicts, they hate each other's, they kill each other's. So Boko Haram, the Chibok school girls kidnapping is still going on. When you just see the news, and you can see those kind of updated news on again and again, so you wanna just take a look at those things. And well, I wanna just show you one little one little things, and regarding the one little things about it, and that's I want to just show you. I don't want to show you everything, but I want to show you. Let me see. let me see. Yeah. Let me see how. Um, yeah, I think I can't show you right now, but there was a a documentary just produced regarding the Boko Haram last year. So that is um, that is a documentary. So you wanna find that one, and that is also called the Boko Haram documentary, made it in 2021. So I think you can take a look, the tragedy, what happened, and still happening, the tragedy, you can see, and then there are lots of reports and news reports and updated, the news, and Wikipedia has good sources, and they are still updating the information. So well, anyway, that was a really sad story, and the problem is that it's still going on for 7 years, for 7 and 8 years. This year it's been 8 years, so that kind of a tragedy is still going on, and it's pretty bad. And you want to just think about what's going on. And those are what happening from the conflicts. For resolving those conflicts, what we are supposed to do. There are many things we can do as much as we can, but for preventing is the most important thing. And so we want to just work hard for preventing those incidents. That's why we have securities and we have police officers. But once something that looks and wrong things and sad things are happening, we want to just work on it as soon as possible, so we can resolve those things sooner. So that is the sooner the better, right? So that's what we have to do. I just wanted to show some parts of the documentary, but doesn't work well. So just please, have a look at and watch the video clips I showed. I just taught you. That's Boko Haram documentary made in 2021. All right, and please watch that and just take a note and watch. Just write a paper. What you felt. What you were thinking about it, and just hand that in next week. Okay, that's kind of a short homework. You just watch. If you want, you can watch 51 minutes video clips and just write one page. But it's not limited, so you can write more than that. But at least just write a page and hand that in next week. That's your part of the homework.